Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DaRealLegend, and we are here with some NBA 2K Mobile. In today's video, we will be making our playoffs theme predictions. Just like we do for every theme on that Saturday beforehand, we try to figure out what players will be added to the new theme. Now we know that it's based off the playoffs, so this is a playoff bracket right now. Today there will be a game that will determine the final spot for the Western Conference. So I will give predictions for both of those teams, and I also will provide my prediction who will win that game. You guys might already know, huge fan of Dame Dollar, so I'll leave it at that. Alright, so let's go into it. So we already know that NBA 2K Mobile said that the theme will have 32 players, 2 from each team. So we know that each team will have 2 representatives. The only players that have been announced so far are Kyle Lowry, Anthony Davis, and Kawhi Leonard, so we can take them off the list. So we'll start with the Portland Trail Blazers and the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, so let's jump into their rosters. All right, so here goes the Portland Trail Blazers team. I'll be honest with you, this is an easy guess, but we're definitely gonna get a Damian Lillard, and I'm hoping that we finally get that pink diamond Damian Lillard because he's been on a tear. My prediction for the second player will be CJ McCollum, but there's a good chance that it could be Carmelo Anthony, or it could be Nurkic. Now for the Memphis Grizzlies, I don't think they're going to win today, but I'm going to mention them anyway. I think it'll be Brandon Clark added and John Morant. Those are my predictions for those. There's a good chance though that Valanciunas can make it. All right, next up we got the Los Angeles Lakers. This is probably the easiest one to guess, but they already announced Anthony Davis, so the second player is for sure going to be King James. So I'm sorry, I don't think there's going to be Alex Caruso. All right, next team is going to be the Denver Nuggets. I'm predicting Jokic is going to be in the theme, along with Jamal Murray. All right, next is the Utah Jazz. So for here, right, we got a couple options, right? Definitely going to go with Donovan Spider Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, but there is a chance that we could probably get Mike Conley. Next, we got the Los Angeles Clippers. We already know we're getting Kawhi Leonard. So the next, and this is another obvious one to be honest with you, is going to be Paul George. The next team will be the Dallas Mavericks. So for sure, we're going to get a Luka. And we might finally get that pink diamond Luka as well. And we're going to see Porzingis. So now we got the Milwaukee Bucks, which is going to feature Giannis. We already know that. Now the second pick, it could be a couple choices, right? It could either be Eric Bledsoe, or it could be Chris Middleton. Now we have the Orlando Magic. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Aaron Gordon. Now the other choices might be a little tough, right? Because there's some popular players on that team, right? It could be either Mo Bamba, definitely prayers for you. I just read the report about Mo Bamba having to leave the bubble. You know, they could have a Nikola Vucevic added in there as well. But also too, Markelle Fultz could be added. In addition to Aaron Gordon, one of those players will be added to the team. So now we got the Boston Celtics, which I think is a tough one as well. Right? We know we're getting Tatum. We should be getting a Kemba Walker. But there's a chance that we can also see a Gordon Hayward or Jaylen Brown, right? Not too sure, but I think the more popular choices will be Tatum and Walker. All right, so we got the Philadelphia 76ers now. This could be an obvious choice, right? We should be seeing Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. But there's a couple players that have been balling out too. You might be surprised. They might add a Shake Milton in there. Al Horford or Tobias Harris can also be added as well. All right, next we got the NBA champion Toronto Raptors. We already know that Kyle Lowry was announced. So my second prediction is going to be Pascal Siakam, right? But you never know. They can add Fred VanVleet. Next, you got the Brooklyn Nets. This, to me, was the toughest one to choose, right? Because most people are going to say, well, it's going to be Kyrie Irving and KD. KD hasn't played all season, and Kyrie's been out for a while as well. He's also not in the bubble. So I'm not sure if this team is being based off of who's actually playing. And I ran into a similar scenario with the Pacers as well. So we'll go with the obvious choices first, Kyrie and Kevin Durant. If they don't choose those two players, which I hope they do because those are two of my favorite players, We probably can see either a Spencer Dinwiddie, we can see a Jamal Crawford, or we can see a Karis LeVert, who's been balling out. All right, next we got the Miami Heat. We should be seeing Bam and Jimmy. Very good chance. However, Tyler Hero can make an appearance as well, or Kendrick Nunn. Now for the Indiana Pacers, similar scenario to the Nets, right? You would think that Victor Oladipo would be in it, but he hasn't played, right? And they have a lot of good players on this team, a lot of solid, underrated stars, right? You got Domantas Sabonis added. You got TJ Warren, who's been one of the best players in the bubble right now. You can also add Malcolm Brogdon, who's been pretty consistent all year round. Now we got the Oklahoma City Thunder, which has been one of the biggest surprises, right? Congratulations on making the playoffs. I'm not sure why Chris Paul's name's not being brought up in MVP conversations, but I'll leave that for the comments, right? For this team, we got a couple options, right? I think it's going to be Chris Paul, and I think we're finally going to get an upgrade for Shea. He's been a silver card since the beginning of the game, so I think that 2K has heard us talk about him for a while, and also his game on the court has proved worthy of an upgrade as well, and more. So those are the two I'm going with, but there's a chance they can add another Dennis Schroeder or another Steven Adams. Like, we just don't know. Now, I know already that KDP is probably going to want a Lou Dort. I don't know if they're going to add him yet. Last but not least, we got the Houston Rockets. It's an obvious one. It's going to be the Beard James Harden, and it's going to be Russell Westbrook, who I hope is able to recover. He's going to miss some time from the first round of the playoffs due to an existing injury that he has. So definitely prayers up for Russ as well. All right, so that's it. That's the predictions for the NBA playoffs team. I'm pretty sure most of these players I mentioned are going to be added, but there's a few spots where we're not too sure, right? So it will be a surprise. New catalog should be dropping on Monday. So we'll come right back. We'll do our breakdown like we always do. And then we'll spread out more content too. We'll do the tier list. I'm also going to drop a few more other ideas that I had for you guys around crews, since that's going to be a very important mode. So we're going to have a lot of fun for the next couple weeks, all right? So thank you for the support always. Be sure to like, subscribe with anybody who is playing NBA 2K Mobile. And I'll catch you on the next one. And you can probably catch one of the next videos on the playlist. All right, take care. Hey, thanks for the support. If you want one of your clips featured in one of my videos, then definitely check out the description where you'll have a link to go to my NBA 2K Mobile highlight submission form. Just fill out the questions on there and send me some really cool gameplay. I'm looking for gameplay of new theme players, dribble moves, alley-oop dunks, and some game winner buzzer beaters. I'm excited and I can't wait to feature one of your clips.